Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back. It is 12 o'clock, Tuesday the 30th. Welcome back. Brand new day, fresh start. So, haven't uploaded in a few days now, but it's been getting better, is what I can say for sure. So, what I mean by that is I got my subs put in, subs, amp, wiring, all good, and they sound beautiful. They really do. I got the Scar 800 watt amp, and then I got two shallow 10-inch Scar subs, 500 watts each. And I got the box that is for the Colorado crew cab, but I mounted it against the wall. I'll show you guys tomorrow. And then I got the wiring kit from Walmart, put it all together yesterday. But it sounds amazing, and I absolutely love it. Like, it bombs, dude. It fucking bombs. So I got all that put in, which was really, really good, and that got me away from any other anxious feelings yesterday. But the last thing that I kind of talked about on this specific topic that I'm going for was mentioning that I was talking to someone and I wasn't getting an answer. And at that point, yesterday, it had been about 15 days, and I was starting to kind of get, like, I got thinking that nothing was going to come out of it, you know what I mean? So I got thinking maybe I did something, but maybe it's something going on with her, whether it's school or family or herself or whatever. Maybe she doesn't want to talk. And I just kept up a good way of letting her know that I was still there, being like, hey, I really do hope that you're feeling all right, and if you need anybody to talk to, like, I'm here. I'm not gonna hate you, and I'm never gonna judge you, because I don't ever get judged by her. I've never been judged by her. She's never judged me on anything, and it's one of my favorite traits about her, actually, is that she's so free that it makes me feel free. And she doesn't judge, and so I feel like I can't or won't ever judge, because she gives me a feeling as if, like, I don't have to worry about that, like, and that's one of my favorite things. Point is, though, I wasn't getting anything, and it had gotten to the point where Saturday I got super anxious that something was going on, so I decided to get done with the wiring, at least for the subs, because yesterday I finished them. Saturday I just finished the wiring, so I got done with that, went to McDonald's, and I was thinking about it while I was there. I was like, I'm going to run to the house, grab the presents that I got her, and then we'll just go deliver it to her front door, basically. And that we did. Though I didn't put it directly at her front door, though, because I was going down the road, because it's like a big little, like, circle-in spot. It's like a big little, sorry, not big even. It's like a little community area. Anyway, in and out, big little circle. And I pull into the road, or the little community or whatever development, and I see the door all the way straight ahead is, like, open. So I was like, fuck, it's open. So I turn down this way, go through the circle, and I pull up behind the fence, and I run up to her car, put it on a windshield, and I left it. It was the necklace, Melody from Hello Kitty, and then this little homemade, like, antique, vintage-looking chipmunk thing. Had, like, little mushrooms and stuff that it was holding on to. It was really cute. And so I got her all that. And I left it there, and it's funny because I turned my lights off because I had a little twist thing. So I turned it off like that and did it, came back, turned them on, and I was pulling out, and there was someone that was already at the door, basically, like, I don't know if it was watching already or just, like, happened to be there and seen my truck was leaving, and they went out right after and grabbed it. I don't know if it was her or her mom or whatever, but they grabbed it, which was good at least. Finally, yesterday, I decided I was going to take a nap for a little bit because I was just really fucking tired. And I took a nap, and I woke up, and I seen that I had got a text from her. Thank heavens. The text was basically just like, I'm sorry I haven't been texting you. Like, I've been going through a little bit, and I don't really feel like talking to nobody. I promise you didn't do anything wrong. You know, like, I really did love the gifts, and I appreciate everything that you were doing. Like, just know it's not, like, your fault or anything. And, I basically just told her, I was like, you know, you're welcome. You know, it's the least I can do for you being one of the better friends that I have. And not to mention the fact that I do, like you on a very insane, crazy scale. So I want to show you that I do, of course. But also I wanted to give her some sort of, like, appreciation thing, because, you know, she does a lot in school, and she's busy a lot, and she does a lot. So, you know, she's one of the most amazing people I personally know. She's hardworking as fuck. I mean, it's unbelievable. She does some of the hardest shit in her school with, like, stuff like, not technically like veterinarian stuff, but something along the lines of that, like, you know, biology and biomed and all that other crazy shit. Like, that's something that I wouldn't even want to do right now. I know it's a lot. She even works at, you know, her family's place. She just does a lot, dudes. You know, she's busy. She's got a lot that's going on, so I don't blame her. But getting that text yesterday made me realize that I was being a little harsh on myself, thinking that I always do something wrong or I fuck up, and I need to kind of get it through my head that I don't always mess everything up, and that it's not always gonna, like, come back to me where it's like someone saying, like if I wasn't getting that text for 2 weeks or whatever, like, I'm immediately thinking, like, did I fuck up? Did I do something wrong? Like, I need to stop doing that. I need to stop thinking that I fucked up on everything, because that's gonna make me try to create more resolutions to things that even I didn't create as far as a problem, you know? So, I gotta get better at that for sure. I should get better at not blaming myself for every little thing. But I was just happy that I got something. I was really happy, because I thought about this earlier. My first, like, real big girlfriend that I consider my first love was Jimena. I used to never really want to say her name on video, but for some reason now I'm kind of just able to say the name, think about it, whatever, and it doesn't really do anything to me anymore, which is really awesome, actually. And I'm low-key proud of myself for getting to this point where I don't feel anything. Even, like, your heart has that feeling, like, sometimes, like, you'll think about that person and it's like a squeeze, you know what I'm saying? And, like, it's not like a harsh squeeze where it's like, oh, dude, heartbreak. It's just like a little shot of adrenaline where it's just like, and you're just like, ooh, okay, it's weird. I don't like the fact that I just said her name, or I heard it, or I thought about her, whatever, right? So, even with her, I loved her a lot. And for those 34 months, almost 3 years we were together, I really at that point in time thought we were probably just going to last. And being away for the last 3 years has taught me a lot. And she has a person now, we've talked about this, guys, but she has a person now that they've been together for 9 months, which is huge. I'm glad she's been with this guy for as long as she has, because she is with somebody that wasn't, like, I'm kind of lazy. Like, I'm more laid back on, I was lazier. I was more laid back on things. I liked being simplistic. I wasn't trying to I was going extra miles, but I wasn't going an extra 2 miles. You know what I mean? I was only going the extra mile. I should have been going extra 2 to really prove things. But at the same time, I'm glad that I didn't, because I probably would have put in so much effort, and I probably would have done all that to make it, you know, the ending worse. Point is, though, is that even through everything that I did with her, and how much I was, you know, with her, how long I was with her for, and what I felt for her, it is nothing on the level that I feel for this girl now, Elena. There's just nothing that I feel from Jimena that overtakes what I feel for Lainey at all. And I mean that. Like, I really do mean that. I was even talking to myself about this earlier, where I said this. I was like, if I got a call or a text right now from Jimena and she was like, I just need somebody to talk to, and I just, I don't know what's going on with myself, my life, whatever. She could call me on some shit like that right here, right this minute, and I would answer, and I would hear what she'd have to say, but I would tell her that in that very moment there, I'd be like, I can't help you. Like, I can't help you. you know, because now I'm starting to learn that I need to set boundaries for myself. Set boundaries for myself where it's like, you can't go past this limit, you know. Like now I'm thinking about it where it's like I used to be like fuck this, you know, fuck this bitch, bro. She was fucking awful and annoying, and the way she just talked about me sometimes, or would do things or lie constantly. I would much rather stay away from that. You know, I'm not saying she's a bad person, because I think she's an amazing person to this day. You know, she taught me a lot. We were together for a long time. But when you look at it on a scale, like a real scale, between her and Elena, it's like night and fucking day. Lainey is just so much fucking better, like on every scale possible. I mean, she's prettier, she's funnier, she's more caring, she's not judgmental, she's open, and she's like, her mind is free for the most part. You know, everyone's mind isn't always totally free. Mine isn't. Mine's like a war zone a lot of the time, because especially when I'm home and I'm not doing anything, like the thoughts are always louder and you know, whatever. But she's funnier, she's prettier, she's more caring, she's not judgmental, she pays attention to little details, she listens better than anyone I've ever met in my life. She listens good and hard. She understands what you're trying to say. She just, it's something about being with her that makes me feel like there's nothing else. Like, it's just her. Like, she could call me, text me right now, and this video would stop right here at this very second. Like, I could see the message and it could be like, pick me up, and I would literally end. That would be the end of the video. I'd upload it as is, just like this, just to prove that's really how I feel. But also that is what I would do. But she's just, her family too, like, there's so many variables about her that make me go, that's what I need in my life. Not right now. I'm not saying I need her in this moment. I need to be her fucking boyfriend. But what I am saying is that at some point, when school isn't as big for her, and I'm working and I'm able to get my shit and my money together, and I'm able to make things happen more often, then that's what I'm going to do, is be able to make things happen for me and her to go do stuff. Because last year I told her I was gonna, when she came back from her trip to Tennessee, I was like, we should go and do like a little camping trip. We'll go out to like we'll get like a little Airbnb somewhere in the woods that has a little like big plot of land. We can go and just adventure out for 2 days and see how it goes. And I never got to do that. Told her about Busch Gardens, never got to do that. There's certain things I wanted to go do with her that I didn't get to go do. And she's the only person for all those things that I would like to go do those things with. Honestly, she even said that when she graduates, she is going to take some time, make some money, get her, you know, things in order to figure out what she's going to do. But after that, she wants to move to Tennessee. I had never been on the idea of moving that far away from my family, because my family is, like, you know, very important. And I don't want to not see them, but I also don't want them to think that I don't want to see them. You know, I don't want to put my family ever through any kind of feeling like that, because a lot of times when I was a kid, and even to this day, I feel unwanted a lot. You know, I feel like I'm not, you know, people don't really want me around sometimes. And I don't want them to think that. I don't want them to think that I don't want to come around, or that, you know, they're unwanted or whatever like that. I don't ever want to make them feel like that. But if she said, I want to move to Tennessee, that's my dream, like, that's why I want to learn, I would literally follow her there, because that's not a half bad idea, like, at all. Tennessee's a great place, lots of things to do, you know, opportunities arise all over the place, and things can happen, you know. But, you know, the way the future goes, dude, it's my point is, even though it may not happen, it may happen, we don't know as of yet, because the future's the future. We don't know. You can't just fucking predict it. I don't have clairvoyance, but that's how far I'd be willing to go, is to do shit that I'm not used to, or I'm not comfortable with in the moment. And now I think about it, and I'm like, yeah, let's do it. But to have somebody that makes you think that way is a big game changer, because that makes you think, I can really do anything. And with her, I really feel like I can do anything. If she told me, I need you to lift this fucking car off my leg, and that bitch weighed, I don't care really how much it'd weigh, I would make sure that bitch gets off. I promise. You need to give her one of your kidneys so she could live. Done. Have my kidney. You know, she's a heart transplant and she's going to die without one, and you're the only person in the world that's let's do it. Let's do it. Without a shadow of a doubt. She'd be like, do you want to? I'd be like, yeah, 100%. Before, when I was first around her and stuff, I was like nervous because I didn't want to be around her and like say something stupid or fuck up or whatever, going out and doing big things like that, because I also didn't want my anxiety to get in the way and then be like, I'm sorry, I'm not really talking as much, I'm just kind of trying to figure it out here. But I feel like in this moment right now, if she was like, I want to go to fucking New York and watch the ball drop, that's what I want to do, I'd be like, okay. And I would literally go drive us to New York and watch the ball drop. I've never been to New York. I've never driven into places busy as New York. And yet I would do it in a heartbeat. Because that's how I feel. And today I was just giddy all day. I woke up at 6 a.m. And immediately just kind of chilled for a little bit to go grab some food for myself. And then I got back, I made some food, smoked. And instead of just coming here and chilling after I smoked, I got the trash out from Christmas and cleared out the cabinets and fridge, did the laundry, folded it, put some more stuff in there, put some stuff up, did all the dishes, made myself food a few times, got my shit for the truck cleaned up inside my room as far as how I'm gonna put it all back in there. And I just got like little stuff done today that, made the house a little bit more tidy, made things a little bit, make a little bit more sense at least. Tomorrow, or I guess, since it's technically Tuesday now, being it's 12:20, what I'll probably end up doing is I'll end up waking up at a good point so I can get up and do Dad's truck. He wants me to clean his truck for him, because he's got to get some new stuff put on there. So I'll clean his truck for him. I gotta do that in the early morning, and then I gotta do the rest of the laundry, just, putting things in the washer and dryer, folding, which isn't that serious. And then I'll probably clean my truck a little bit too, because it needs it, like bad, especially the fucking vacuuming. I'll come back in here and clean up a little bit, because I still gotta get some of this shit figured out. Like, I got clothes from Christmas I gotta figure out where to put. I'm probably gonna take down these 2 neon signs, unfortunately. Not because I don't really like them anymore, but because they don't ever hardly get used up here, I like having my main light or my lamp light on. And so these 2 are kind of just standing there taking up space, so I can probably put 2 of my other posters from inside the closet up there tomorrow to, make it make a little bit more sense. I gotta vacuum the room too. But other than that, it should be easy. And then I think Wednesday I'll probably end up doing my brake pads, because I'm gonna have nothing else to do Wednesday. I think Wednesday I'll go do my brake pads and then go pick up Nick so we can go hoop. See how that goes. I'm hoping by the end of the week or something, Lainey wants to hang out, just so I can have something to do, I'm not pushing her to, because I told her, I said, when you are ready to hang out, when you want to talk to people again, when you feel comfortable, you let me know, because I'm not going to keep pushing you if you're not ready. You feel me? That's just the way it goes. I want you to feel comfortable and safe and good before you step out the house and you don't want to hang out, or you feel any type of way, whatever, or your day gets worse, or you start panicking or anything crazy like that. So I'm from now on, I gotta start switching up how I was going and go to I am going. I don't want to be I'm going to be like I'm going to, because that just sounds better, and it's like it's actually making me want to like do things again. Like my brain isn't like, you know, hyper, I don't know, just hyper focused on the idea of like, is something going on with her? Like, is it me? You know, did I do something? Like, I was super anxious about it. I was so wound up, but now I'm like free. I'm able, I know that she is, you know, not feeling too good, and that's totally fine. And, you know, she's a very busy person and she goes through a lot. And so I totally understand. And so I got to give her all the time in the world for her to figure out what it is, so that way she feels comfortable again, because that's the person in the world that I want to look after the most, honestly. Like, I don't know what it is, dude, but I feel something different about her than I have ever felt about anyone in my life. I don't know, we'll figure it out, boys. But being that it's 12:23 now, I'm gonna grab something to eat. I'm gonna smoke. I'm gonna sit here and chill for a little bit and kind of get a game plan for what else I'm gonna do. And I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.